Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Wolfsburg Warriors. Not only do we have a new youth intake to look at and plenty of games to catch up on, we have a Champions League knockout game against Manchester City, one of the best teams in world football, and with them they have the return of a legend. We've got to face off against the one, the only, Karim Adeyemi. He's back. Hello everyone, Jake here. Welcome back to the series. Hope you're all doing well. Today is a very big deal. We're facing off against Man City in the Champions League. I'll probably also show the Hertha game as well because why not? But of course, this is the Champions League that we're trying to win, and Man City is not an easy team to face. Currently managed by Ancelotti, they're sitting second in the Premier League, joint top that is, on 66 points. They've got a very good squad, as they always do, but they're being led by their talisman, the man that we lost for £210 million, Karim Adeyemi. And like I said, this is the second leg. We've already had the first leg, and we'll have a little look at that in a few minutes, but you're going to be seeing this guy's face crop up again when we have a look at that match. But overall, form has been very good. We've had a youth intake. We didn't do any more transfer business, so I think we're all sorted in that sense. So I think today will mainly be focused on 2 matches, but let's catch you up on how we've done since you last saw us when we played. Who did we play? It was the Augsburg Paderborn games, wasn't it, that you saw? Well, since then, we beat Gladbach 3-1. We beat St. Pauli 3-0. We beat Freiburg 2-1, and we drew to Man City 1-1 in the first leg of this Champions League game, which we'll look at. We then, after that, had a bit of a wobble with a 1-0 loss to Bayer Leverkusen. That was 2 non-wins on the bounce, considering up to that point, we had had an unbeaten season in the league and had won every single game other than a couple of games at the start of the year and a Champions League game. So that was the first time we lost a league match all season, and it meant that we will not go unbeaten this year in the league. But since then, we followed it up with 2 6-0 wins. We are red hot. As you can see, we were able to play the B team in this match against Schalke, and Koszowski, Piccoli and Lutz got 2 respectively between them. And then the game against Bielefeld was the last time we ran out with what I would consider our ideal 11, and we got all of the big names on the score sheet. So we're looking good. Before we get into looking at the youth intake, let's take a look at the match against Manchester City. It was a very tough match, a very even match, but overall, as you can kind of see, XG was only separated by a tiny bit. We had the possession. I would say we edged it. I don't know why I got that in my head, but you can just tell on average ratings. We played better than them, and considering it was away from home as well, I was happy with the 1-1 result. We actually probably, I need to slow that down. We actually probably could have won the game. It was just a shame that we didn't, that we weren't able to do that. But it's all right. We'll work on that in this next leg. But let's have a look at the use for Moukoko goal, which was the opening goal. As you know, we sold Adeyemi for £200 million and replaced him with Moukoko for under 50 million, I believe it was. And it was great to see him getting on the score sheet in this game in typical Moukoko fashion. I believe this is the goal. I'm hoping it is. It's what I clicked on. Some great play from us. It was a key feature of the game, actually. You could really see the vertical tiki-taka working really well. Well, here's Moukoko. He gets slid through and he just lobs it over the goalkeeper like he's not even there. And up until that point, we were looking brilliant. I was very happy with the way we were playing, and we kept Karim Adeyemi quiet. But as he always does, he goes and gets a goal. He was their only real threat at all. And as soon as he got the ball in the box, I knew it was going in, and Adeyemi scored against us, went off and celebrated. He's a hero here still. I can't hold it against him, but it's going to be very tough facing off against him today. But I'm hoping the fact that we're at home will mean we can get a win. Now, considering we're playing Man City in the Champions League, I'm already treating this as like a semi-final, final kind of thing, because they are one of the hardest teams we would have to face. I've mentioned before in the last video when we got the draw, I believe, I would have played literally anyone other than maybe 2 clubs other than Man City. Juve or Chelsea I would have taken. This is the only fixture I'm happy that we avoided, Man U, Barca, and it's good that one of them is getting knocked out. I would have taken Real, PSG, Celtic, Inter, Valencia, Milan, Porto, maybe not Liverpool, but Benfica and Ajax. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing that we got Man City straight away, but at least we can hopefully take them out early on whilst they're still in the bulk of their season before they have all focus goes on to the Champions League towards the end of the year. They're currently in a Premier League race, and I'm hoping that means they've had to dedicate some time towards that. Whereas us in the Bundesliga, we're doing so well that we can kind of forget about it, to be honest. We've been playing a rotation squad most of the time, and we're still absolutely smashing it. As you can see, 2 of our players are top scorers. We're playing really well, and overall, things are going great. Before we get into the match, though, we've of course got the youth intake, which when you last saw it with me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a 5-star, excellent youth intake, real chance to be a golden generation for the club. That's what it said. It then came through as an average intake. A lot of them were a load of rubbish. There's a couple of decent players in here. Barim Lala looks like he's got some good starting attributes, but all of them, to be honest, aren't really going to make the cut, I don't think, long term. The only one that might have a chance, I say might have a chance, the only one that definitely has a chance is this guy. I think we've got a real gem, Arda Bozan. He's a 5-star potential, 1.5-star potential current player. He can play central midfield, which is where we want players. I'm very happy to have people coming up in those positions. He's professional with good determination. Physicals are nicely balanced already. He's got some great mentals and some great technicals already to be a hard tackling midfielder. He's got passing as well, technique. I think he could be a player that features for this club long term. If his save was gone forever, he would definitely make the first team. But of course, we've got to face off against Man City. It will be the harder of the 2 games that we're going to show today. So let's pick our best team for this match. And hopefully then when we get to the Hertha match, we can kind of just chill out and all be happy. And even if we lost that game, it wouldn't really matter because we smashed it. So the team we're going to pick is Baku at right back, Casteels in goal, Lacroix and Devive. Is that really what we're going for? Ah, yes, I know why. It's because, where is he? Luka Netz is out injured, which is a big loss for us. And Victor, do we use him in a game like this? I'm not so sure. I think Gvardiol, as someone who is natural still at fullback, yes, he's not amazing going forward, but I think he'll still do a good job. It's just his crossing that lets him down, but we don't really score too many from that style of cross. So I'm fine for him to play on that left-hand side. But I think I'd switch this around if it was me. Yeah, I think we have Lacroix as a ball-playing defender. Devive isn't really one, so we'll stick with that. We're going for Nico at the base with Bellingham and Kessie. Now, you might see Kessie is a little tired. Why am I playing him when Tchouaméni is on the bench? Kessie is a whiny baby, to be perfectly honest with you. He complained about game time. I played him in every other match other than a couple that I had to leave him out of because his fitness was just not good enough. It kept suggesting that we rest him. Every time I suggested we rest him, no, play me boss, play me boss. There's a couple of games we left him out. I want to leave the club. Luckily, I said to him, you know what then, we'll loan you out. And he went, no, boss, it's all right. Just play me in the next few games. And I went, fine, we'll do that. So he is getting game time here. He's not going to last the full 90. I don't expect him to. But just to appease him, we'll play him. And let's be real, he's still a very good player, even if his condition is not right at the peak. But he's still match sharp. His morale's okay. I think we can work with it. We've got Florian Wirtz, who is in top form this season, behind our strike force of Moukoko. And surprisingly, we are going for Piccoli instead of Benjamin Sesko. This is Benjamin Sesko that's valued at £100 million and is wanted most by Manchester City, someone that's always been decent for us. But Roberto Piccoli this season has been playing out of his skin and is arguably the best player in this whole squad if we're talking about current form, not just in the first 11 of anyone. Piccoli is playing so well, scoring so many goals for us, and I just can't drop him for a game like this. He's the target forward that we need. He's had interest from all the big clubs. It still surprises me that the only values we get from him is like £9-10 million. I think he's worth 50, 60, to be perfectly honest with you, the way he plays. Yes, his star rating might not show up as amazing, but this guy is a goal scorer through and through. He is brilliant. And hopefully we'll see that today. That's our team picked. Who knows how this is going to go. I forgot to do the whole like stuff, guys. How have I forgot that? We've got all the way to this stage. If you do enjoy the video, if you could hit the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Comment down below who you think's going to win now. Make your prediction and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and ring that notification bell. Discord in the description. There's a join button next to subscribe if you want to check that out. There's a little video about how you can support the channel financially. That's everything. Let's not delay this any longer. Everyone cross your fingers and pray. We got to hope we can make it out today against a very good Manchester City side. I didn't actually see their team. A part of me is praying that Adeyemi isn't playing for them, but I'm sure he will be. Let's have a look what they've gone for. Oh, here we go. Adeyemi, Chiesa, Bernardo Silva, Foden. I assume that's De Bruyne behind my camera. Yeah, Rodri, Cancelo. It's a good team, isn't it? It's a Man City side. Of course it's good. No Pep Guardiola though, so that's a good thing at least. But Carlo Ancelotti is still a very good manager. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we set up in this game. Let's switch to, let's see the Man City formation up here. There we go. So they're rocking a 4-3-3 by the looks of it. And so far, we've had the better of it. Possession-wise and chances-wise, 20 minutes in, it's leaning our way. Of course, there's no away goals either, so that's a bit of a worry because our away performance was pretty good. So maybe Man City will just sit back, but this is worrying. A highlight for Man City in the 28th minute. So corner, Nico heads it away. He's been brilliant since we put him in the first team. And can we do anything with it? Or is, oh no, Chiesa's through. Oof. That's a big miss from Federico Chiesa. You'd expect him to bury that there, but thankfully he's hit it over, and we live to fight another day. Frank, you couldn't write this stuff, guys. You really couldn't write it. What did I say at the start of the game? Frank Kessie doesn't look good conditioning wise, but we've got to play him because he's complaining about, X, Y, Z, not getting enough game time. Now whose fault is it, Kessie? Now whose fault is it that you've got injured? You're going to blame me, but it is all you. I'm half happy that he's got injured, to be honest. That'll teach him a lesson and we don't have to worry about his whining, but it is a big loss for a player that we paid £100 million for in the summer. You'd hope he'd be available for big games like this, but on comes Tchouaméni. He is definitely a very good replacement, and him himself was over £50 million, so he's still a good player. But off he goes. Kessie is off. How is that going to affect the game? Daviv heads the ball away to Florian Wirtz. Are we just seeing this highlight because I've just made a sub? Or is this might be a chance? Piccoli's going to run onto it. No, he's not. Edison gets there. He kicks it out to Baku. I feel like this is just one of them glitchy highlights where it's not actually of anything happening, but who knows? Tchouaméni, Baku, maybe not. This is a good chance. Baku needs to put it in. Look for Piccoli. Piccoli will dominate in the air. What's happened? Is that a foul? Was that in the box? Outside the box? I could not tell. Jude Bellingham's gone down. Chiesa's complaining to the referee. I can't see behind my camera, but it does say penalty awarded. We have a penalty, and I think it will be Moukoko or Piccoli to take. I can't see. It's Piccoli, isn't it? Edison saves. Piccoli misses. The player that I picked for the big occasion doesn't score. Oh! Wait, guys, wait. I need to explain something to you. You might have saw just then that the crowd wasn't full up. Now, I've had a few people in the comments saying, why is your stadium not being filled? Usually if you play good football, the fans will turn up. They do. And I've figured out the reason why they're not there. So our stadium has been expanded. We're not currently doing any expansions, but we have a good capacity stadium. And I think as a team, we're probably ready to move into a bigger stadium. The issue being, we also now own the stadium as well, by the way. But the issue is, and it said this before the game, we got a little message, the Champions League prohibits any kind of terracing. So the seats that we have that are currently terrace styles can't be used in a Champions League match. No one's allowed to sit there. So that's why you'll always see the terrace section, no one's sitting on it. But I think this has been a good performance for us so far. Florian Wirtz, he had time to take that down and volley it or hit it down low. I think this has been good from us so far. We're dominating overall. Shame that we lost Kessie. Chiesa's had a big chance. We've had a penalty, but other than that, we haven't created too much more. So I would like a few more clear cuts, but maybe we're getting to that stage. Piccoli holding the ball up well. Maybe he missed a penalty, but that's not what I brought him on to do. I brought him on to be the man who holds the ball up and connects all the attacks and provides that aerial threat that no matter how good you are, it's so hard to deal with. And it's been proved there. Piccoli hits the header, Edison parries out, and Bellingham taps it in. I know a lot of you are thinking, why am I so excited? It's a round of 16 game. We've been going for so long to try and win this Champions League. 4 years now, right? Or 5 maybe? I think it's the 4th season. Manchester City is one of the teams I would have liked least in the final or semi-final. So the fact that we could potentially knock them out now and have looked pretty comfortable across both legs, not comfortable, but we've looked like a better team across both legs, is really something to be proud of. And I think if we can really make a show here, and who knows, a Barcelona or Man U, one of them's going out, maybe all of a sudden we begin to become favourites for this competition. It'll be interesting to see who makes it out into the quarterfinals. But if we're there, I think we've definitely got a great chance. What a ball that is from Gvardiol. Moukoko, he went for the spectacular there, just on the brink of half-time. That would have been a goal and a half to talk about. What a player he's been since we've signed him. Overall, that has been a brilliant first half. We've limited pretty much everything that Manchester City have tried to do. One real chance for them, and it wasn't that great. And they've actually just brought off Karim Adeyemi, so we'll never have to worry about him again. We didn't see him at all this game, and there we go. He's out. He's not playing. They've taken him off for Raheem Sterling. Daviv fitting in very nice. Ooh, we say he's not a ball-playing defender, but look at that back heel from Daviv. Bellingham brings it down, plays it onto Piccoli, holds it up well, finds Nico, Wirtz. Bellingham out to Baku. This is great football. But yeah, Daviv has done a great job of stepping in. I'm very happy we signed him to be our backup centre-back. Piccoli's in. Unlucky from Piccoli into Edison's hands. Edison parries it out from a corner, but we'll keep going. Piccoli has the best goals to minutes ratio of anyone at the club, and I believe anyone in the Bundesliga. So he's definitely a player that can get a goal, and he's proved that today. He might not have scored so far, but he's came up with some big chances already, and he's really one of the players that's causing the most problems for Man City. No matter how good you are, sometimes dealing with a player who's just big and tall and good in the air, it proves it in the cup competitions when you watch the FA Cup in England. If you'd get a League One big striker who can head the ball. Sometimes it's so hard to deal with. Wirtz looked very offside there, but he's played it onto Moukoko. It's 2-0. There's no VAR check. I think we've gone through. Not to get too hyped, but I think we've already done it. Man City have not looked great this game. We've scored twice and looked like we could score more as well. Great play from us. Nico onto Wirtz, Wirtz to Moukoko, back to Moukoko again. And it's a great finish, placed well. The youngster, he's proved why it was a good idea to sign him when Adeyemi went. I think he's been the perfect striker for us so far, scored plenty of goals, and we couldn't be much happier from a player who can still grow way more than what he is right now. Man City, though, are going to look to try and get one goal back at least with 30 minutes to go and then try and get back in the game. But so far, I've been very happy with how we have played, so I'm not expecting too much. Sterling goes for the header. It gets knocked away, out to De Bruyne. Gosens, back to De Bruyne. Back to Gosens. That would have been a goal and a half from Bernardo Silva, but we do make it out there. And I think that was probably their opportunity to get in the game. Another goal, and we definitely kill it off. Lacroix going close, but it's not the best. Now we can probably take Piccoli off for Sesko. Let him stretch his legs a little bit. Bellingham, someone who's played well this game, let's get him off for Astra of Ranks. Why not give him a rest? And Daviv is actually on a 6.4 rating, which seems harsh because we barely let Man City have a chance. So to give him a 6.4 makes it out like he's made loads of criminal mistakes, but we obviously aren't seeing it in the key highlights. I think he's done a good job, but apparently not. There he is again, rising tallest, winning the ball. He's very good in the air, is Daviv. Sesko onto Moukoko, onto Ranks. Oh, it's a poor pass from Ranks. He's not really the Mazzala that you'd want in that position, but he still does a good job wherever you use him in the midfield, really. Nico tries to play the long ball over. Oh, is Gosens handballed that? He's been sent off for a handball. Oh yeah, it is game over now. It's definitely game over. Who's the most tired person that we can rest? We've apparently used all our subs. Of course we have. Kessie got injured, didn't he? Let's just see the game out then, and let's switch to the tactic that is the exact same tactic but less intense. Let our players rest a bit. There's no point wasting anything here, getting any injuries or anything like that when we walking it, really. We've really not put up a fight, Man City, today. We've done great. Can we make it 3-0 and really send a message to everyone else? Here's Sesko being scouted by Manchester City. My phone is buzzing. I do apologise. It's you guys in the Discord, actually. So I suppose you're to blame if anyone can hear that on the camera. We're just seeing the ball out very nicely now. Man City look like they're gone. They don't look like they can even get back in this game. Here's Baku. In this position, he usually does so well. He's tried to pull it back. He's gone all the way to Nico. Back to Baku. We're really just toying with him now. And Moukoko scores from a couple of yards away. You can really tell the difference with this 10-man Man City side. There's just space everywhere. We were able to walk that in. Moukoko didn't even look bothered that he was a couple yards from goal. He's just tapped it into the back of the net. We're 3-0 up, 4-1 on aggregate. Bye-bye Man City. And this is looking like a great day for us as Wolfsburg. Oh, Laporte gets one back. I'm going to turn my phone off now because that's buzzing far too often. But yeah, Laporte gets one back. We're not even bothered. Let's just look at our phones and forget about it. They're not going to do anything, are they, at this stage? Fingers crossed. Oh, can we top it off with a Florian Wirtz free kick? I assume it would be Wirtz. Here we go. He lines it up. This feels like it's going to be a goal the way they've set this up. What a goal. What a goal from Florian Wirtz. We're running away with this now. What a finish that is. Let's have a look at that from behind the goal. He's put this. Impossible to save, right? That's right in the top right corner. It's just been everyone is performed to a top level today, other than Daviv apparently, but everyone else has had a great game. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. We're through into the quarterfinals. Now we get an easy game against Hertha where we can rest all of these guys and give the backup players an opportunity. Once we get to the Hertha game, I'll have a look to see what's happened in the other Champions League games, but as a start of an episode, that's brilliant. Very happy with that. Let's move on to the Hertha match. Okay, we're here on the day of the Hertha match, and to keep you in the loop of what's been going on, Chelsea have knocked out Juve, we have knocked out Man City, Barca Man U is still to play, Madrid knocked out Inter quite comfortably, and PSG knocked out Celtic 9-1 on aggregate. I think Haaland got 5 in this 7-1 match, so yeah, PSG are through, Real Madrid are through, Chelsea are through. There's some good teams left, and no one that really we're going to fancy in the draw at this stage just yet. I think looking at it, I'd be very happy with any of the teams from this bottom match, or hopefully Valencia as well, maybe. If we can get them going through against Milan, I think we could take them. But it's nothing to worry about right now. Currently, though, we've won one competition in the Super Cup. We're going to win the Bundesliga. We're looking favourites for the Pokal. That's a treble. Champions League would make it a quadruple. This could be a historical season for the club. Would have been even better if we'd done the league unbeaten. Here's the team we're going with today though to beat Hertha Berlin, I hope. It's Kenneth winning goal, Resler, Garcinkmanourty, Gavardiol and Victor. That's our defence. Then we've got Arnold, Kozlowski, Tchouaméni, Sepulveda, Sesko and Lutz. As the rest of the team, I'm kind of thinking actually, let's give Tchouaméni a rest. He's going to have to play a lot with Kessie out. Let's get Astra Ranks into a match. 2-star rated player now he was. He was the future of this club when we originally took over. But he's still a very good player. You've only selected... Oh, we can have more subs, can we? In that case, let's have... There we go. I've put Baku and Lacroix on the bench. You can never have too many substitutes in a game like this. So there we go. That's our team set up. I think this Hertha match should hopefully be a runaway win. And where are they sitting in the league at the minute? I have no clue. We'll find out in a little bit, I'm sure. But overall, very happy with how everything's going. Marcel Lutz, I'd like to see him doing well in this match. But let's just quickly check. Hertha are 17th. So they're only one stage away. They've got Ethan Ampadu in their team as their key player. And he's not that great in Football Manager, I don't think. So, yeah, I think we can take them. 19 points all season. It'll be a disappointment if our 72 points Wolfsburg team did lose, even if it is the backup side that we've put out today. It's not a bad squad though. I can see Gundogan, Ampadu, Windle in there as well. Odero is a good goalkeeper who we actually looked at signing at one point. So it's a good team. They're just obviously not clicking Hertha Berlin. They have a lot of money in Football Manager, don't they? I don't know whether that's the case in real life as well. I assume it must be. But yeah, there's a good team from Hertha Berlin. To find them bottom, near enough of the table, quite disappointed I'm sure. And I see they always go through a lot of managers in this save. We did go close there a few minutes ago from Garcinkmanourty. A player who is probably capped at his potential now, doesn't look like he's ever going to do too much at the club, but you can't ask for much more in terms of a fourth choice centre-back. He comes in every now and then, does a fine job and never complains about being fourth choice, which is usually the big problem with that kind of position, because you don't want someone kicking up a fuss and causing a problem, because realistically he's never going to play. The worst thing he could do is ruin team morale. But 49 minutes in, we haven't done too much. We do have a free kick with Maxi Arnold here though. The captain, just over from him. He's playing that deep line playmaker role that he seems to have, I say he seems to, I've been using him in more often over the most recent season. I suppose as he's getting older and we've got better players in other positions, Arnold is kind of just a utility player now to play anywhere, but he has been very good in the deep line playmaker role. And I do wonder if that's where his long-term future is as he starts to lose his physical attributes. Looking at this game so far, though, I'll keep Kozlowski on. He's got a special moment in him here or there, but Sepulveda is someone that I just don't trust at all. So he's going to come out, seeing as he's not having a great game. Sesko can come off for Piccoli, and then Marcel Lutz off for Moukoko. The strikers didn't do too much. I'm sure these guys will cause a bit of a havoc in that Hertha defence for the last 20 minutes. And maybe with a new front three, we'll end the game with a win, but who knows? Maybe it would just be a game with no highlights. It looks like it might be going that way. Hertha done absolutely nothing, only one shot in the whole game, but we can't really say we've created too much from all of our possession. It looks like it's a 0-0. We do have one highlight though in the 89th minute, and it is us on the ball. Can we end it with a 1-0 win? That would be a good episode for sure if we can win both games without putting too much effort in, to be honest. Here's Resler. He's looking very good since he's joined the club. The youngster finds Piccoli, lays it off to Wirtz. It's a great save from Odero onto the bar. Give him credit there. That was good work from everyone, but it hasn't ended up in a goal. I was about to say, it seems like it's going to be a draw today, but with 1 minute to go, we've got Arnold. He hits it, Odero, Piccoli, and that is why he is brilliant. What a ball in from Arnold that was. We caused some havoc in the air. It was another save from Odero after that, a double save, but Piccoli found the space and was able to tap it in. Credit to Hertha Berlin, though, this game. Great save from Odero. Block off the line it was it? And then Piccoli finished well. We take the win. We take 3 points. That is the season. The Bundesliga's wrapped up, in my opinion, already. I think we've absolutely smashed it. And that's just another reason to show why we're going to win it this year. Because even in a game like that, where we haven't been great, we managed to crank out a win. Great performance. Very happy with that. Sitting comfortably at the top of the table. Who knows who we're going to get next in the Champions League, but overall, it's been brilliant. We've already qualified for the Champions League this season. And that means next year's budgets have came in. So let's have a look at that. That's looking pretty nice. For next season, yeah, that's money to spend. We can definitely work with that, and we don't even need it, really. I'm very happy with the squad. So yeah, it's been a brilliant episode. Thank you all for the support on this series as a whole. As I've mentioned before, I'm trying to get them out a bit more regularly. So hopefully you'll have another episode by the end of the week, but we're doing so well. Very proud of everything that's going on, both in the save and on the channel as well. So thank you guys for that. You're all amazing. And who knows, onwards and upwards, 10k one day in the future. will be awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.